Hi guys, Mike Wallner here for my new YouTube channel. I am the Vegan Grandpa on YouTube now. This is my second video. Hopefully you are able to check out my first one. And today we're taking a trip to the grocery store to show what we buy, the ingredients, how I go about that, how I set up my menus for the week, how I develop my shopping list, how I do my shopping. You'll get to see the types of foods we buy, along with how much we spend. A lot of people think that eating a vegan, gluten-free diet like we do can be really expensive, cost a lot of money, but it's not really that way. We have a family of 6 that we feed every week in the house, and we budget about $250 for an entire week. That's for 6 people. So you plan it right and not have to break the bank to do it. So we're headed straight to Whole Foods now. After we're done with Whole Foods, we're going to stop by Costco real quick, grab a couple things there, and then we will be done. And then we'll head home and we'll kind of break things down. I'll show you everything that we get for $250. It is raining like a mother out. Middle of January, well, we're towards the end of January now, and it's, I know my last video everything was really nice, but it's back to the typical Oregon weather now. Oh, one more thing I was going to mention was I definitely got bitten by the nutrition bug. I kind of poured myself into it so much so that I actually enrolled myself in a holistic nutrition program with the local community college here, and so I'm back in school after I got my undergrad in education, Bachelor of Science in Education, but now I'm back to get a certificate in holistic nutrition. So after this summer, I'll be ready to take on clients that want to try to change how they do food, how they eat, simply through better food choices.
Okay, so I've got my reusable produce bags there on top and my reusable grocery bags on the bottom, and I am ready to shop. We've got mostly fresh produce on the shopping list every week. It's all whole foods. Vegetables and fruits is what we consume more than anything else by itself, or we use it as ingredients in a menu. We try to limit everything to the least amount of processed stuff as possible, but we do buy some stuff that's processed, and I'll go over that at the end of the video here.
Alright, so we just got done over at Whole Foods. It cost about $177, but we got our entire groceries for the entire week for a family of 6. And I've just got to make one more stop at Costco to pick up a couple things there that I know I can get cheaper than I can at Whole Foods, so we'll make that stop. Pretty confident that we're going to get this all in under $250 with some change left. Shouldn't be a problem. First, we're going to make a stop at Peet's Coffee to grab an Americano real quick, since it is chilly out and I'm cold and I just feel like I got to have a cup of coffee. So we'll grab one of those real fast and we'll head over to Costco to finish up. It's a little bit later in the day, so I'm going to get decaf. Sometimes I get caffeinated. It doesn't really matter. You get a nice healthy dose of antioxidants either way you go, with caffeinated or decaffeinated.
Alright, so the rest of this I'm going to do a voiceover to, since our house has 6 people, 2 dogs, and a cat, and it gets really noisy. So we'll just go through everything. Here we're going to start with the crackers right there. Vegan gluten-free crackers for lunches. We've got some rice noodles. That's going to be for the miso soup that I'm going to make with like summer rolls. Pineapple in the back for snacking on. We have a vegan gluten-free pasta there, which is going to go into the macaroni and cheese that I'm making later in the week. That's a nut milk creamer pasta sauce soups for another meal on nights that we just don't have time to cook, and that happens sometimes. This is just a plant-based milk. It's not like a nut milk. It's actually made from pea protein, but it's supplemented with DHA and EPA in it, which is nice. Then we've got different types of lettuces, cilantro, spinach, kale, red potatoes there in the back, mushrooms for a soup, lots of bananas to eat, avocados. We love to eat avocados. It's a good source of healthy fats, the fats that we need. Some tangerines, garlic, onions, kiwi, cucumbers for salads. That big head of lettuce back there is going to go for salads. We've got the ketchup. We skipped over the Caesar dressing and the mustard, but we've also got some cauliflower. Udi's bread, which is a vegetarian bread. It's not a vegan bread, but it's not for my wife and I, who are the vegans in the family. It's for other people in the family who aren't yet vegans, but are kind of working towards there. But that bread, the Olivia's, is the bread that my wife and I eat, and that's totally vegan. So that's what we do with those groceries. We also get some extra groceries or extra produce from a CSA, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Total bill was $177 from Whole Foods, and I spent $35-ish, I think, at Costco for the kiwis and the Udi's bread and a couple other things. And I also stopped at Fred Meyer and picked up some motor oil for our vehicle. But we got it in under $250. I still had $25 left over when it was all said and done. So I know it doesn't look like a ton of groceries, enough for a week, but we still had a lot of staples left over from the previous week that will get added to this to complete the menu.
Today we are out at our local farm picking up our CSA pack for the week. CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. It's a pretty good deal. You pay your local farmer that takes part in something like this a flat fee at the beginning of the season. Right now it's the winter season. We're taking part in the winter CSA. For the winter season, it's every 2 weeks, but when it's in the middle of spring and summer, it's every week. You get a couple bags full of fresh vegetables right off the farm. And this farmer is completely organic, spray-free. Everything is as sustainable as it possibly can be. So we do that. You pay the flat fee at the beginning of the year, and if the farmer has a really good year, you get it. You get to take part in that. You get the extra share of vegetables. If it's a bad year, you're part of that as well. You don't get as many. So you're taking the risk along with the farmer. It's a great way to support your local farms. Especially if they're small farms and they do things the right way. As little sprays as possible, and you get just a healthier product that way. So we're going to run in and pick that up, and I will show you what we get here in a second. Alright, so we got our vegetables. Pretty excited to get home and show you guys what we got. There was a type of like a spinach type broccoli, I think is the way he described it. I'm not sure what it's called, but we'll take a look at that. He said it's great stir-fried. So all those other things are going to go great in recipes. The big squash will go straight into a soup, and can't wait to cook it up and show you guys how we do it.
Okay, so we'll go through the CSA vegetables. We've got a green onion right there in the front. We've got the purple broccoli. We have the spinachy broccoli sort of thing that Aaron, the farmer, said would go well in a stir fry. A bag of assorted greens for salad. Head of cabbage, that will go well in a salad as well. We have celery root. I think those are radishes, like a type of big radish. Some sweet potatoes. We have some red onions, yellow onions, regular potatoes, and then a big hunk of squash there that's going to go well in a soup. So that's what we get from the CSA, in addition to what we already have from the grocery store. Most of this is going to go into salads or probably
get chopped up into tacos or something like that. All right, well, that's it for the video. Hopefully you liked it. If you have any comments that you'd like to leave or advice or questions about anything, leave it in the comments below. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'm trying to build up the subscribers. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. This video, I know kind of seems, when I went back and watched it again, it looked like the shopping trip was a little bit brief, so I might do one that's a little more in depth next time. That's it for this time. I will catch you guys next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.